Hey everyone, how's it going? Elliot here. Welcome to my floor. This right here is a bucket full of the bits and bobs. Ignore these. Realistically, these are not worth keeping. But this is the bucket filled with the bits and bobs from my motorcycle. So all of this stuff is really important to the motorcycle because to find replacements of all of this is very difficult. Luckily, I have found replacements of springs like this, but there's no harm in us trying to clean them up. Now, essentially, all of these were exposed to a hell of a lot of salt water, and they were in really good condition before that happened. And you can see stuff like this, which is actually for the leg shield. It only had a small amount of rust on it, but the salt water just gets in and just causes havoc. So, what I have done is I have bought one of these, a digital ultrasonic cleaner. Now, realistically, I've needed one of these for quite some time, and I have actually had two in the time that I've had this YouTube channel, but both of them have broken. So let's try again. This is an ultrasonic cleaner. For those of you who don't know what that is, essentially it sends ultrasonic waves into this bath, and then you put a solvent in that bath. I'm going to be using water and a rust remover that I found, and we're going to have a go at cleaning these up and see if it makes any difference. So what we're going to do is put in a little bit of water because I don't really see why not. We don't want to, use all of our rust remover, and water's a little bit less expensive than this, which cost me £10. But I have no idea if this is going to work. HG rust remover with extra rust repellent effect, 500 millilitres. No idea if it's going to work, as I said. But we're going to give it a little try and see once I can get into this bloody bottle. Oh, it's an interesting colour. What we're going to do now is turn it on. Let's do that. And then we're going to bring this up to about 50 degrees. Press on. That should now start that process. We're going to then up the time to, let's go with 15 minutes. Just to show you a little bit of stuff beforehand. These aren't in too bad condition, but we have got some rust on bits like this. There's a lot of grease on the sprocket you can see over there. Small little pins like that, split pins, we'll probably replace anyway, but it's good to just see if it works. We've got little bolts like this, with quite a bit of rust on the end, all on the washers, on thin little sort of hose clamps. I've got a hose clamp here that's covered in brown rust that is refusing to come out of the basket there. Little springs, I don't even know what half of these things are used for, but at the very least, hopefully they will just clean it up, this rust remover. They don't seem to be too bad. As I said, this bike was in really good condition. There's a lot of grease there on a part of the throttle. But anyway. So the ultrasonic cleaner has now finished doing its thing. It also got right up to temperature, 50 degrees, so this actually probably will be quite warm. I've got a cardboard box here. I'm going to lift out the contents and put it into the cardboard box. Okay, well, that actually looks really, really positive. I am seriously blown away by the effectiveness of that. I mean, there's obviously some bits that either haven't worked or maybe I just need to give them a rub because, oh yeah, look at that. It's all coming off. I think this has actually worked really, really well. Look at that spring that I showed you before. Look, it's gone completely silver again. And there's another spring that I showed you as well. That's completely gone silver. And that massive chunky spring that was completely brown, that's now gone silver as well. Let's go for one more round. Okay, so it has now finished. Let's go ahead and remove the basket from the inside. I can already immediately tell that the difference is just absolutely huge. Take a look at that. I mean, ultrasonic cleaners are where it's at. That is absolutely outstanding. All of those have come out like new. Even the ones that were really, really rusty are now looking good. And I reckon if we were to just wipe those with our thumb, even those tiny little bits of rust are going to come off. That is just unbelievable. Even on the really, really rusty stuff that we looked at the start, it's all come off. There's still a couple that are just ever so slightly dirty, but it doesn't look like it's rust. It looks like it's just slightly more sort of stubborn grease. You can see on the sprocket, like this one here, that is actually coming off really, really easily. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in, I think maybe for just 5 more minutes. Empty them all into here, like that. So I'm going to give it a little blast with some brake cleaner. That will just help with some of the more stubborn stuff that's not coming off. And then we're going to sit it all back in again for a little bit longer, and then we'll probably be done to just coat all of this in a bit of oil. But I cannot believe how well this stuff has come up. It's absolutely unbelievable. Right, let's go ahead and give this all a spray. Okay, so let's now empty this all out and yeah, take out our nice new looking nuts and bolts and all associated hardware. Really, really, really impressed with that, to be honest with you. Look at that. Holy moly. That's just insane. Like, that's absolutely insane. They all look brand new. All of them. Every single thing in here has come out like brand new. I can't believe that. I need to still get some of the sort of the general ickiness off, which I'll do with the brake cleaner, and then I'll put some lubrication on them and they'll be sweet. One thing I want to try, I'm not sure if it's a good idea, I want to try and put the ends of the suspension in the ultrasonic cleaner and just see what it does. Just sort of like that. Is that a bad idea? Don't really know. This didn't cost me a lot of money. I got it secondhand on Facebook, so I'm thinking I might just give that a try. Just because there's not really a great deal to lose. So let's just give it a go. How do I... It's not quite fitting in there. I might have to top it up with a bit of water. Also, I've just found another few little nuts and bolts and stuff that need to go in as well. So we're going to chuck all of them in, give it another little go. Right, it's pretty dark out here now. It's 6 o'clock where I am. Everything has come up absolutely amazing. I filled this barrel with some oil, so hopefully that will help with that. I've put oil in literally everything in here. I managed to also get the helmet barrel, and hopefully that will come out okay. I'm gonna need to get some paint stripper on there and then paint it. Again, everything in there. There's a few things which I could probably do with putting in again. And to be honest, I'm not against that idea, but it's a bit late for me to do that now. Plus, I could probably do with refreshing up the solution a little bit with something slightly more fresh. But for now, this is really good. I'll probably do one more pass of everything before I put it all on the bike. But yeah, really, really pleased with that. How these have come up so well, I have no idea. I mean, they genuinely look brand new. Obviously, yeah, there's a tiny bit of gunk there, which I could get off with a small wire brush. But holy moly, They look absolutely stunningly good. Very, very, very impressed. Ultrasonic cleaner, ladies and gentlemen, does actually work. Now, I was actually going to end the video there, but then I decided I want to continue because I'm having quite a lot of fun. This right here is a fuel cap. This is not the one from my bike. That one was lobbed into the sea, I imagine, on the night where they hijacked my bike and set it on fire. But this one is one from my other bike. I had to buy a new tank for it, and then the new tank came with another fuel cap. So let's go ahead and see what we can do to this fuel cap, because it's a really, really apparent change. So I'm going to pour some water into there like that, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of the rust remover. Get a good amount in. This isn't really a concentrate, but I think it doesn't really need to be that strong. So there's the fuel cap before I put it in. Let's go ahead and do that now. And I'm going to go ahead and press start. Stop it there at about 9 minutes. Just see if anything has happened. Ooh, not really, actually. Oh, I completely take that back. Look, it's coming. It's literally getting there. Damn, that looks really, really good. Hang on, let me get it outside. Right, we're going to have a quick look at it just here. Let's see. Wow. I mean, geez. The difference is ridiculous. There's a tiny little bit left in there. But besides that, that's a small little ventilation hole, and so's that down there. So they're meant to be there. I reckon this is perfect. I mean, it's certainly good enough to use, and it's official. A little bit of oil on the just to coat it, and that will be perfect. What an absolute success.